Imagine it is Monday morning. A new employee starts today. You have already prepared their Windows 11 laptop. Microsoft 365 apps are assigned. Security policies are ready. The employee signs in with their Microsoft 365 work account. A few minutes later, nothing happens. Microsoft 365 apps are not installing, Word and Excel are missing, configuration policies are not applying, the device is not being managed. You open Microsoft Entra, the laptop is there. It is Microsoft Entra Joined. Everything looks exactly as you would expect. Then you open Microsoft Intune. Nothing. So here is the question. If the device is already Microsoft Entra Joined, why is not Intune doing anything? Because joining a device to Microsoft Entra and enrolling it into Microsoft Intune are two different processes. Once you understand the difference, troubleshooting Windows devices become much easier. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what Microsoft Entra Join does, what Microsoft Intune Enrollment does, and how Automatic Enrollment connects the two. Let's get started. Before we jump into the portals, here is the easiest way to understand Microsoft terminology. Every Windows device only needs to answer two questions. Who owns this device? Microsoft Entra answer that. And who manages this device? Microsoft Intune answer that. That is the foundation for everything you will see in this video. Preparing Microsoft Entra Join. Before a user can join a Windows device to Microsoft Entra, there is one tenant settings you should check. In the Microsoft Entra Admin Center, go to Identity, Devices, Overview, and Device Settings. Look for User may join device to Microsoft Entra. For most organizations, this is set to all. This setting does not join device automatically. It simply allows eligible user to join supported Windows devices to Microsoft Entra when they sign in during Windows setup. The user also needs permission to join devices and a license that supports Microsoft Entra ID. What actually happens during Entra Join? Now that our tenants is ready, let's switch to a brand new Windows 11 laptop and see what happens during setup. The employee turns it on for the first time. During Windows setup, they sign in using their Microsoft 365 work account. At that moment, Windows joins the device to Microsoft Entra ID. That is called Microsoft Entra Joined. So what actually happened? The device now has a trusted identity in your Microsoft Entra tenant. The user can securely sign in once and access Microsoft 365 services like Outlook, Teams, and SharePoint using single sign-on. And if we open the Microsoft Entra Admin Center, we can now see the device, its owner, and its join status. At this point, the device has an identity, but it still is not managed by Microsoft Intune. That is an important distinction. Microsoft Entra knows who the device is. It does not tell Windows which application to install or which security settings to apply. That is Microsoft Intune's job. Microsoft Entra Registered. Before we continue, there is one more term you will come across. That is Microsoft Entra Registered. This is typically used for personally owned devices. For example, you might connect your own Windows laptop to your work account so you can securely access Outlook, Teams, or SharePoint without joining your device to your organization's Microsoft Entra tenant. In that case, the device becomes Microsoft Entra Registered, not Microsoft Entra Joined. For most organizations managing company-owned Windows device with Microsoft Intune, you will be working with Microsoft Entra Joined. So that is what we will focus on for the rest of this video. Microsoft Intune Enrollment. Let's get back to our laptop. The user signed in successfully. The device joined Microsoft Entra. Everything looks healthy, but Microsoft 365 apps still are not installing. Configuration profiles are not applying. So what is missing? The answer is Microsoft Intune Enrollment. This is the step that establishes the management relationship between Windows and Microsoft Intune. Without this relationship, Intune has no way to manage the device. Configure Automatic Enrollment. Before Windows devices can automatically enroll into Microsoft Intune, there is one more settings we need to check. In the Microsoft Entra Admin Center, open Mobility, MDM, and MAM. Then click on Microsoft Intune. Here you will find MDM user scope. This setting determines which users can automatically enroll their Windows devices into Microsoft Intune after they join Microsoft Entra. And you will see three options over there. The first one is None. If it is set to none, the device can still join Microsoft Intra, but it will not automatically enroll into Microsoft Intune. As a result, the device appears in Microsoft Intra, but it is not managed by Intune. The second option is SOM. SOM is intended for pilot deployments. Only users in the selected Microsoft Intra group automatically enroll their devices. This is useful when you are testing Intune before rolling it out to everyone. And the third option is All. For most organizations managing company-owned Windows devices with Microsoft Intune, All is the recommended option. Select All and Save. Any eligible licensed user who joins a supported Windows device automatically starts the Intune enrollment process. Now let's see what happens after automatic enrollment is enabled. Our device has successfully joined Microsoft Intra. Automatic enrollment is enabled. Windows now starts enrolling the device into Microsoft Intune. As soon as the enrollment begins, the device appears in the Microsoft Intune Admin Center. At first, you won't see everything complete immediately. That is completely normal. The device needs time to check in with Microsoft Intune, receive its assignments, and begin the provisioning process. Depending on your internet connection, device performance, and the number of assigned apps and policies, this can take several minutes. Let's watch what happens. That is exactly what we had expected to see. The device already had its identity in Microsoft Intra. Now it also has a management relationship with Microsoft Intune. That is why applications install, configuration profiles apply, compliance begins evaluating, and security settings start taking effect. Before you test. Before you start troubleshooting, check these 4 things. Does the user have an Intune license? Is the user included in the MDM user scope? Is the device Microsoft Entra Joined? Is it running a supported version of Windows? If any of these prerequisites are not met, automatic enrollment won't happen. Always confirm this first before troubleshooting apps, policies, or compliance. Verify everything worked. Once enrollment is complete, I verify it in 3 places. First, on the Windows device, I confirm the work account is connected. Next, in Microsoft Intra, I confirm the device is Microsoft Entra Joined and that the correct user is listed as the owner. Finally, in Microsoft Intune, I confirm the device is managed, compliance has been evaluated, configuration profiles have been applied, and the assigned applications have been installed. If all 3 checks look good, I know the enrollment completed successfully. Let's go back to the question we asked at the beginning. If the device was already Microsoft Intra Joined, why was not Intune working? Because Microsoft Intra Join gives the device its identity. Microsoft Intune Enrollment creates the management relationship. Those are 2 separate steps. So once the device enrolls into Microsoft Intune, it can receive applications, configuration profiles, compliance policies, BitLocker settings, Windows Labs, and other settings managed by Microsoft Intune. So the next time a Windows device is not receiving apps or policies, start by asking 2 simple questions. Is the device Microsoft Intra Joined? Or has it successfully enrolled into Microsoft Intune? Those 2 questions will often lead you to the root cause much faster. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.